Alrighty, so it's going to be a really chill week. Obviously, if you didn't see the patch notes for this week, they are incredibly short. Might try to make a little bit of demonic beast content, maybe. I don't know, because the farming event is on. I might try to mess around with that a little bit. But to be honest, I don't exactly know what I'm going to be doing this week. But for today, I thought about maybe making my second True Awakening character. And so I do have a decent amount of gold coins. Typically, I like to use gold coins for different things. Oh, can I only buy 2 of these? Oh, I can. I can only buy 2 of these. I guess that's fine. I can just trade Super Awakening coins for the other one, unfortunately. I would rather not, but I'm a couple of coins short. But that's okay. We'll go ahead and do that anyway, because that was what I wanted to do today anyway. So I think we're going to leave it up to chance again. If you didn't see the last video, we True Awakened the Berserk Estarossa, and I thought that was really cool. And the way that we did it was I already have a bunch of the boxes for the Demon King just sitting in my inventory. So the way that I've been doing it is because I don't want to clog my inventory up with multiple stacks of these, because it takes 100 of them to make a True Awakening character. I'm just opening them one by one and then seeing which one we end up getting 100 of first. Obviously, I think the top contender here is going to be Goddess, but because I'm going to have to pull 3 Goddess tokens, there is potential. Maybe we end up getting fairies first instead. But yeah, we're still kind of far away on humans. I would love to get a human character, especially with Chaos Arthur maybe coming out, next week. But yeah, they've already started to do the countdown, sort of announcements, teaser trailers and stuff like that for it. But let's open up these boxes one at a time. We'll see which character we end up, or which race I guess we end up getting. Okay, so there's a giant one. I know for a fact that that is not going to be 100. Okay, another giant one, which I'll be honest, the new Valentine's Deanne, okay, that's one, has been incredibly useful for me. I have really been enjoying that character quite a bit, so if for some reason out of left field we end up just getting tons of giant ones here, I would actually really like to True Awaken her. She's really fun to play, and I think that she's really nice, just helpful utility on the team. So okay, we need one more Goddess one, and we'll see how that goes. So okay, another giant one, insane. Actually, I'm not expecting giants to really be a contender here. There's one fairy. Fairies are kind of close as well. Okay, there's an unknown. I can't remember how close are unknowns even. So they're not super close. We are 2 away from fairies, 1 away from goddesses. And then we just keep pulling giants, which I'm not gonna hate on. Okay, humans, I'm glad we're getting that at least. Depending on how good the summons go and everything for Arthur, I could potentially end up trying to push for a human one. But okay, so really close to fairies taking that, but it looks like we're going to end up getting goddesses. So I'll be honest, I don't really use the goddesses all that much, so this one I'm not 100% sure on who would be best for. Let's go over to the goddess race. Typically I have been going for with Estarossa I chose to kind of do him as the support character on the team, but I don't necessarily know if that's what I'm going to want to do all the time. I almost want to go for LR Margaret, because I think that LR Margaret is a really, really good character in the sense that she's great utility to have on the team, and she's typically the character that a lot of people target whenever you use the Goddess team anyway. So I kind of want to go for her. New Liz is obviously a good contender as well, because she's she can actually get Tarmiel Link on, which makes her really hard to kill in general. And she's kind of a big threat because she sort of builds up stacks. I don't think I necessarily want to go for Mael here. So it's basically just between those two. I don't really want to waste it on Elat because she's typically my backliner, but I really don't think that Elat really deserves to have a True Awaken, to be honest. I think I'm going to end up going for Margaret here. I think that's my kind of line of thinking, which, I mean, I could potentially go for LR Liz, but I to be honest, I really only use her for like Nidhogg, and I've been using her for Guild Boss occasionally. But I really don't get a whole lot of use out of her. I'm still missing one ultimate move level from this Margaret, which is unfortunate. I guess we're going to go with her. So let's go ahead and send it. That way I can't back out. That way I don't overthink this. And then we will hop over to PvP and maybe do a match or two of the goddess PvP a little bit. So 74, almost 75 KCC. Once I get this last ultimate level, she'll be 75 KCC, which is really high. I mean, obviously she's an LR, so she's got a lot of extra stats and stuff like that in general. But now, if we go over to our box, typically the box is, I think, normally sorted by favorites descending. So here's all of my LR characters, and now Margaret is first because she has the True Awaken. So pretty cool, actually. I typically go heroes ascending just so that way they're all in order. But either way, let's hop over to PvP really quickly. I guess we'll go geared PvP because why not? But yeah, I mean, obviously, I I think when I've looked it up a little bit and I was like kind of looking around, I think whenever the initial hype of this, you know, True Awakening sort of, you know, mechanic came out, there was a couple of like videos that kind of popped off in the community. I think like Escanor was one that people were pretty interested in watching from. I think Nagato was the one that I seen. But I think for the most part, like people realize that True Awakening is not really all that interesting of a mechanic. And I mean, they take less damage and you get 1000 CC. So it's not like the showcase is even really going to look all that different in the sense of, you know, like the actual like way that the battle kind of plays out. Maybe you survive with you know, 1 HP because the damage reduction kind of helped you out a little bit there. But for the most part, I don't think it really makes the biggest difference. Let's just throw on like good links here, I guess. Let's go for Escanor link on him. And then I guess we can throw Gloxinia link on the backliner here. So I'm at 365k. I kind of want to swap Liz over to the attack set, but she actually does really well on HP anyway, so I guess maybe we'll just stick with this. We're not going to do like a full-on like 5 matches or anything like that. I'll just throw maybe 2 matches in, and we'll see how it kind of feels. But 409 actually looking really good. More recently, it's definitely come to my attention that my CC is doing a lot better than it used to be. Obviously, I don't know for sure if the Arthur Festival will put me over the edge or not, which I guess it depends on if they give out a free character or anything for this one. I kind of doubt they will, but I don't know. This is the 4th, I think it's 4th anniversary for Global. I think they're already to the 4.5 year anniversary or something like that for JP. I could be wrong on that, but okay, that's fair. Yeah, I think this is a really, really big festival. Plus, it's supposed to be, I think this is going to end up being the last story chapter that we get for the 7 Deadly Sins story, which is really, really cool. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping that they push into the Cursed by Light movie next, and then they go into 4 Nights, but I know that 4 Nights is going to be a lot more hype, I think, than the movie is, because I don't know how many people were actually interested all that much in the movie. But it's actually got some really cool characters in it, which is the reason why I'm more excited about that, maybe. But let's go ahead, and the thing that you have to worry about with Melee is you just don't want to throw too many debuffs on him or anything. So I don't know if it would be better to kill Merlin or Bon here. I think I'm going to go for Bon, actually, because Merlin doesn't really do that much damage, even though she is going to put a lot of debuffs and stuff on us. It can be kind of annoying, and ooh, the triple AoE is kind of annoying. Oh, I forgot about Tarmio Link. God, I'm so bad to not check that sometimes. Well, I think if I would have actually attacked with Liz there first, I could have killed, but attacking with Liz first is not necessarily ideal, because you do want to get you want to use your other characters so that way you get stacks for Liz, because her single target does extra damage with the stacks. So either way, little bit of an unfortunate play there. Which I think Bon is still probably the guy I wanted to hit the most there, just because of the fact that Merlin is just so tanky. She really is. She's incredibly tanky. I think we're going to throw out an AoE here. I guess we could cleanse, too. It's going to give Melly some debuffs, but this should kill Bon. And I don't think this will actually waste my stack either, because she gains stacks after her attacks go off, so she should be at 3 stacks right here. This kills, and then I gain my 4th stack, which means that I can maybe go in with a big AoE on this next turn. So that could be kind of nice. Do have a Mael single target. He's going to go for his AoE, I think, right here. This is going to... Actually, I think this is a bot, if I'm not mistaken, because he should have triple AoE turn 1. So I'm probably overthinking this a little bit. He's going to gain his all creation here. And I think he'll have one... Okay, he has 1 stack. I was thinking maybe 2. That's not too bad. I think we can probably kill him off here, because the AoE from Liz does really good. Plus, we're going to lower crit resistance with Margaret here. I'm pretty confident. Let me see it. Ooh, yeah, really good. That was even better than I was thinking it was going to do. So, that's awesome. And then Merlin is last on the field. I don't think this is, you know, that big of an achievement or anything, considering that it was a bot. But, hey, we should be able to... I kind of wish we could have got a single target from Liz so I could just stun her out and then kind of push. But it should be fine, I think. Unfortunate that Margaret gets stunned there. Ooh, and she gets ultimate. That actually might be pretty bad. Do I go... I don't know if the... I think we go with this, so that way we gain Liz's ultimate as well as just getting as much damage off as possible. Yeah, I think we kill. I think we're fine, because this should deal good damage, right? It could have been a little bit better, maybe, but single target kills. Okay, it's kind of a little close. We'll throw one more match in since we had a forfeit at the very beginning, but... I mean, honestly, it feels kind of good to use the Goddess team again. I think I had a comment the other day. Somebody was wanting me to use Goddesses on Gon's account, which I might actually do this week. We did use the Goddess team whenever True Awakening first came out, because he already had his full Goddess team True Awakened. But you know, it's kind of nice to revisit some of the like less relevant characters or like the teams in the meta, because like I would still consider like humans for one to be meta, but they're just like kind of on the back end of the meta where people don't really use them all that much. It's funny that I'm fighting King. He's one of my mods. I think this is his bot as well. Oh, it's actually him. Hello, King. Hello. Yeah, I like to use humans because they're still good enough to compete, but they're just not like forefront in the meta. It's like really just melee right now. And then the Goddess team is also still very usable, but people just don't really use it as much. So it just kind of ends up becoming like one of those situations where melee is so strong and so popular as a character that people just run Sins teams and Demon teams all over the place. And then that's pretty much it. So he actually might end up killing my Margaret here, because King is a very good, like very high level player. So he's got a really good account here. I think that kills... Oh my god. That's actually ridiculous that didn't kill. Holy. Yeah, that's unfortunate, King. Do I go for the single target with Mael here? I don't know that I do. I really... I actually don't know who's best to go for here. I think we kill Yuri, so that way we can get rid of some of his stats. But this is... I'm actually not 100% sure who the best character to go for here is. Pretty good damage there. Oh, and I'm so dumb. Yeah, I gotta play this better. Which, then again, he's just super, super tanky in general. I don't think that I was actually gonna kill there. I could have stunned somebody out, which probably would have been the better play. But I'm just so not used to using the Goddess team as well. Which that's gonna be the excuse I'm giving, because I'm terrible and I'm making misplays here. Sealing AoEs. It does seal the buff card as well, which somebody told me the other day, which is actually kind of crazy that it does that. I didn't even know that it did that. But let's do... I could go for the level 3 single target here, but actually, I kind of want to. Let's go for the level 3 single target. My ultimate on her is atrocious. It's only 1/6, so I kind of just want to kill, but at least we stun, so that's not the worst thing in the world. He's probably going to be able to kill Margaret here, which is going to start shutting down quite a bit of my team. He only has 3 cards, but he hasn't used Escanor at all. Well, actually, I think he used his Ignite card at the very beginning. So he definitely pulled an extra one of those. Bonks Margaret out, so she's gone. Unfortunate, would like to keep her, but it is what it is. This ultimate is just so bad. It's just really not good. Alright, I think we go for... Oh, he's got Escanor's ultimate too. Dude, I don't stand a chance here. I guess we just try to go for... Actually, I need to use the... I need to use the Mael card first, so that way we can get more stacks. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get max stacks here. This ult is just... Even at high levels, it's not even that crazy. Like, it definitely does a lot better at 6/6. Do not get me wrong. I'm not trying to say it's, like, the worst ult in the game or anything. But comparatively, like, festival-wise, it's really just not what you're looking for. Okay, I do ult removal, which is good. Unfortunately, I disable myself there. Luckily, her stun is part of her passive, which is good. He's going to have to start worrying about Mael here. Because if he kills like Elat, for example... Well, actually, he's going to be able to stun me. Or not stun me, but like seal my AoEs. So that actually is kind of bad. And then he... Okay, he hits... No, he double bonks. I was going to say if he doesn't kill Elat, I actually can cleanse here, but... Yeah. We got to remove the ultimates again. What a weird... What a crazy match. Well, obviously, like, going up against a team like this, I don't think that the True Awakening really saved us, to be honest with you. I don't think that it really did that much for us. So, not necessarily a great... you know, example of it being good. Because, I mean, he's got so much damage potential here that, like, I think that's the problem. I think that's my biggest issue with True Awakening in general, is that it's one of those mechanics where, like, Melee's so insane, like, especially, like, once you get his, like, all creation and everything, he's probably going to kill you regardless. Oh, he forfeit. What a goober. Melee's going to do, like, insane damage regardless. If Escanor gets his, you know, stacks and stuff built up, he's probably going to one-shot you regardless. Like, there's just so many, like, really heavy-hitting characters that I don't think that the True Awakening is really going to make that big of a difference. Like, I don't think it's going to save you in a lot of scenarios, at least. So, it really, I don't know, it just doesn't really, the materials, the cost for doing it, it just doesn't really make sense to me. It just doesn't really seem that important, which is why I'm not pushing True Awakening very much at all. I'd rather have my, you know, my box maxed out first and then work on it because it's the only thing left to work on. I don't know. Personal preference, of course, but either way, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. This ended up going on way longer than I thought it was going to, so sorry about that, but either way. Start prepping your stuff for Arthur, of course, if you haven't started already. Make sure you're farming your gold. Get your gold up. You got to make sure that you got enough, you know, materials to power him up for one. Make it, you know, blah blah blah, and, you know, this and that, all of that good stuff. Make sure you're getting your books and stuff in order. Which we don't know what color he's going to be yet, but if he ends up becoming light or dark, you'll have to trade books in, or, you know, whatever the case. So just make sure you're prepped. But either way, thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe. I'll see you guys later.